Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we have a little indie brand haul. I have a bunch of new products that we're going to swatch and test out from a few different indie brands. 2 out of the 3 brands that I purchased from are completely new to me, so that's always really exciting for me. I love trying out new brands, discovering new favorites, and we will have quite a lot of that in today's video. I've been collecting these things over the past few weeks, so some of these products have already popped up on my Instagram, so if you see those and you're like, this isn't new, it takes a while for indie brands to ship. That's one of the main pitfalls, in my opinion, is it does seem to take a really long time for shipping, but I'm not mad about it. I run an Etsy shop. I know how hard it is to manage so many moving parts of a business, so I understand, but that's why you may have seen these things before over on the Makeup.Just.For.Fun Instagram. Technically, they're still new, okay? I build up for hauls. Let's start with some cheek products. This is a completely new to me brand. I'm talking about Moira Beauty. I wasn't sure if this was really an indie or not, but I saw so many YouTube thumbnails and titles calling this an indie brand, so at least if I'm mistaken, I'm not the only one. You'll get to see a few of these products in action when I do the tutorial at the end of the video, but for now I'm just going to show you some close-ups, swatches, all that good stuff. I have 3 of the Lucky Chance blushes. These are all matte blushes. These are the Lucky Chance blushes. I picked up 3 different shades and they are priced at $7 US a piece. They all have the same outer packaging, but the stickers on the back are color coordinated, at least a little bit. There's an attempt there. And then each blush has a cute little phrase stamped into it. They're not all different phrases. I think there's only 2 or 3 phrases that are used on each of the blushes, so you don't have to collect them all or anything like that. It's not Pokemon rules with this blush, okay? We're gonna look at some swatches of the 3 shades that I picked up. You will get to see one shade in action later in the tutorial. I'm wearing the shade Mamacita today, but we have Dearest, which is a really light, dusty neutral pink. Mamacita is like a soft corally terracotta, and then FLORA is a deeper rose, deeper compared to Dearest. It's not really a deep shade. Also from Moira, I picked up these 2 really gorgeous looking compacts. These are the Sun Glow face and body highlighters. They are quite large, so if you wanted to use a bigger like body brush, that would be very easy to do with these. Kind of a similar style of packaging, but these are circular where the blushes are square. These are the Sun Glow highlighters close up. They're priced at $14 US a piece, and these also have plastic packaging with stickers on the back. These have really fun holographic stickers, and these 2 highlighters that I picked up have such gorgeous printed designs on the inside. They have really shimmery finishes. This is not an overspray. This is a shimmery powder through and through. And here are a couple of swatches. Sweet Champagne is a very light silvery champagne, and then Spicy Hue is a more orangey golden shifty shade. It's almost like a softer version of NARS Orgasm, just not quite as bright pink, but it has that same golden shift to it. These big highlighters are super beautiful. I love the design in the pan, and they look really pretty in swatch, but they're just a little bit more glitter heavy than I personally prefer on my face. So while I don't love the highlighters, I do think they're really pretty, and I think that they're definitely right for somebody that likes a little bit more glittery highlight. But I personally prefer the blushes. I think they are a pretty standard matte blush, so I have no qualms with a straight up matte blush. Very pretty, looks nice on, very subtle, buildable, no complaints. Next up, we have a brand that I have tried before. Actually, in my last indie haul, I picked up some shadows from this brand, Terra Moons, and I just went absolutely nuts for them. I basically immediately went back onto their site because they were having an eyeshadow sale, and I picked up some more shadows. So I did add 14 new shades to my collection. Most, if not all of these, were shades that were on sale, and I believe they're discontinuing at least some of these. Please do not get mad at me if these are no longer available. I was just absolutely head over heels for their formulas, for their bright colors, the intense pigmentation. I can't say enough good things about Terra Moon's eyeshadows. 100% worth the hype. So these are the 14 eyeshadows that I picked up during their recent sale. Well, sort of recent. The shipping took a while. We already covered that. I don't really mind. I ended up with mostly shimmer shades this time. There are, I think, 3 matte shades in here, but I did get mostly shimmers. There are a couple shifty little duochromes, which you will be able to tell pretty blatantly when you see the swatches, and I'm going to give you all the shade names on the swatches, so if you want to see which shades I picked up, you can always pause right here and take a little screenshot or just write down the name of the shades that call to you the most. These are just a single dip into the shadow. I cannot tell you how incredibly pigmented and gorgeous these are. It's incredible. Once again, these are just stunning, bold colors, beautiful formulas, very, very intense, very shimmery. I can't wait to mix these brighter shades in with some of the more jewel tone and neutral shades that I picked up last time. I am gonna have so much fun creating different color stories with these. Let me know if you want to see more videos like that, because that's something that I really love. They just haven't been super popular, so that kind of lets me know that maybe people aren't as interested in that. Maybe that's something I should do more over on TikTok. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what kind of palette inspiration you want to see, because that could be fun to get back into, especially now that I'm feeling super inspired with some new shades. Lastly, I have 2 palettes from another brand new to me brand. On the actual palettes here, it says Alien Cosmetics, but their Instagram says Unearthly Cosmetics. I don't really know. I'm guessing they're just in the middle of some sort of transition, which I get, you know, we all go through changes, even businesses. So that is just a little bit confusing, and I may accidentally use those names interchangeably. I'm pretty sure that it's Unearthly Cosmetics now. That's what their website says, and their more recently released palettes say Unearthly, so I'm going to try my best to stay with that, but it is a little confusing looking at the word alien on here, so forgive me if I mess up on that. I have 2 of their palettes here. These are very, very different palettes in pretty much every way. The packaging's different, the color stories are very different, the pan sizes are very different, and in my opinion, the formulas are very different, but we'll get to that. First, let's just take a close-up look at each one of these palettes, starting with this Poison Apple palette. I love things that are both creepy and cute. I just strongly identify with that. I think I maybe appear more outwardly cute because I do like a lot of cute things, but I also enjoy creepy things too, so I feel very seen by this kind of aesthetic. The Poison Apple palette is retail priced at $35 US. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how cute and well done this drawing is. I love it. I love a creepy cute aesthetic sometimes, you know. Now on the back, I do want to point out there are a bunch of shades in this palette. In fact, the majority are pressed pigments that are quote unquote intended for cheeks, which means they do have certain pigments that are not intended for the eye area. These are 7 of the 9 shades in this palette. Now, if you're not sure what these eye safety warnings mean, I do go more in depth about what these warnings are for and how you can patch test to see if you have any sort of reaction to them in my ColourPop wine collection video, so I will try to remember to link that in the description box for you. It's always better to just have more information, And these are gigantic pans. They are 32 millimeter size pans, so much, much larger than your average eyeshadow. Just since they say on the back that so many of them are intended for cheeks, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's why, because you could put a whole face brush inside of one of these pans pretty easily. Not necessarily colors I would like to wear on my face personally, but hey, you know what? Maybe this is the perfect palette for somebody. Then we have this beauty. This is the Fall Magic Palette. I love fall. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know that fall is my absolute favorite season. And pretty much anytime there is a specifically fall palette, I can't really resist that. So just please don't tell too many brands about that, because then I may not be able to keep up. But I do tend to buy pretty much any palette that is specifically fall or autumnal in nature. There was one from Ace Beauté, there was one from It's Belle, and there is this one from Unearthly Cosmetics, and I cannot resist. I am powerless against fall palettes, so please spare me. Unless they're going to be this beautiful, because I freaking love this palette, spoiler alert. There are no pigment warnings on the Fall Magic palette, so free and clear to use these all around the eyeball area. This palette is retail priced at $48 US. It is currently sold out, but there is still a listing on the website, so maybe that means that they'll restock it again. I'm at least somewhat hopeful. I don't think it's being completely discontinued. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because this is a beautiful combination. Part matte, part shimmer, part neutral, part color. These are all things that I love. We've got a heavy dose of purple and green in here, mixed with some beautiful neutrals. We're really getting all my favorite things all in one, and I could not be mad about it. We have 7 matte shades, 5 shimmer shades. The formula difference between this Fall Magic palette and the Poison Apple palette is immediately noticeable. From the second I touched a finger to the shadows, I noticed that these were a lot softer, a lot silkier. There's not really as much dry feeling, there's not as much skipping sort of feeling, and there are even some kind of similar shades with these reds and greens, and I just think that overall the formula in this Fall Magic palette is more to my personal liking. Now that you've seen all of these products close up, you've seen the swatches, I want to show you a tutorial with a couple of these things in action. That way you can see how they actually perform while they're being used. So I'm going to show you one of the blushes and highlighters from Moira, and I'm also going to be using this stunning Fall Magic palette for this smoky, sparkly purple eye look that I'm wearing today that I absolutely love. Just to sort of wrap things up, I'm going to give you a quick ranking from worst to best, or I should say from least favorite to most favorite of all the products I tried from this little indie haul. My least favorite are these Sun Glow face and body highlighters. They're really pretty, they're just not my style. I don't like a very glittery highlighter, so these are aesthetically pleasing but not very useful for my personal style. Next would have to be this Poison Apple palette. I love the packaging. I like the color story. It's interesting. Just performance-wise, it really, really didn't stack up, especially in comparison to the Fall Magic palette, which is lovely and buttery and pigmented and blendable and everything I really, really want from a palette. This is usable. It's not horrible by any means. It just didn't quite measure up against the other eyeshadows in this haul. So this would be second to last place for me. Very much in the middle of the pack are the matte blushes. The Lucky Chance blushes from Moira. They're great. They're not bad. They're not good. They are just matte blush, and that's all they claim to be, and that's what they are. So middle of the pack for sure. Second from the top are these Terra Moons eyeshadows. Now in the last haul I did something similar. I ranked from least favorite to favorite, and these were in first place in that video. I think it's still fantastic. Absolutely love, love, no complaints. There's no bad reason that these aren't in first. It's just how much I love this palette that makes me have no other option but to place it as my favorite product of this haul. I love the color story. It's a mix of neutrals and colors, which I love. It's a mix of mattes and shimmers, which I love. The textures are stunning. The shades are stunning. The packaging's stunning. The colors of the shadows match the colors of the packaging. It's moody and muted and just delicious. I love my eye look. I love this palette. I know that it's out of stock at the time I'm filming this, but I bought this during a recent restock, so just keep an eye out because it may come back. Even if it doesn't, that does not change a thing that I tried it and I love it and it's my favorite thing. So I deeply apologize if my video made you fall in love with this palette and you can't get it right now, but just keep an eye out. Watch their Instagram. I actually heard about this restocking from Karen Harris, so you know, maybe keep an eye on her too, because I totally bought this palette because she loved it so much, and she's right as usual because it's beautiful. It's my favorite thing in this haul and I love it. I don't care what season it is. It's almost spring here. Don't care. Still gonna wear this and love it forever. The end. That's it for this little indie brand haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear what you think about the things that I picked up. Do we have any of the same favorites? Are there any fantastic indie brand products out there that you think I need to get my little paws on and try in a video? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I was just getting ready to shoot my thumbnail and I dropped this blush. I have an area rug in here in my office, but it's hardwood floors, and this blush went crashing down and skidding across my hardwood floors, and there is not a single dent in it. I thought for sure it was going to be shattered. The velocity, the way it struck the floor, I thought for sure it was a goner, and it didn't break, so that's impressive. Didn't plan on doing a durability test today, but here we are. Let's put this stuff down before I actually do manage to break something. So that feels imminent. Okay, before we start, let's just take a moment for the matching nails. They are almost exactly the same color as my eyeshadow today, and I love that for me. Pretty little snowflake. So cute. You're so cute. I know it's probably meant more to be like a flower. It is floral, but I don't know. Just the silvery one gives me snowflake vibes a little bit. My nails kind of match these too. Okay, almost done. You gotta just focus, lady. Focus. Look how cute these little opalescent heart earrings are. They're from the Valentine's collection from By Mel Klein. They're so cute. They're like subtle but eye-catching at the same time. That probably doesn't make any sense, but that's how I feel. Okay, focus. These earrings would look really, really cute with an eye look with this shade. What's this called? Leaves? This leaves shade. Look at that. Next time. This time I matched it to my nail polish, so next time I'll wear these earrings and I'll use that green shade because they'll be very cute. I love this eyeshadow. I love it. It's sparkly, it's sultry, it's purpley, it's shifty, it's everything that I want and everything that I need. Oh, and my lip color pretty much perfectly matches my sweater because I am a freak about why am I like this? This is Eyes on You in the Revlon Satin Ink. Still the best liquid lip ever. Just saying. Unbeatable. Okay, I have to go. It is almost 7 p.m. on a Sunday night. And I need to go make some din-din and relax. I haven't been working all day though. I just was super chill this morning. I just started late and now I'm gonna go eat. I think I'm gonna make some Mediterranean food. It sounds really good. I'll roast some chickpeas with some paprika, toast up some pitas, get a little tzatziki, you know how it goes. Feta, a little tomato. Doesn't that sound good? Sounds good to me. I'm starving now. I have to go. Thank you so much for watching and for putting up with my weird ramblings. I love your face so much. Every time. I'm going to say it every time now. So just so you know. Okay. I love your face. Okay. Bye.